Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
Irish Radio, I'm Jerry Byrne. Been speaking to many of the great and the good and the talented of Irish music and entertainment. I've got a young gentleman online, now born and grew up in Omagh, County Tyrone, now based in Carrigart in County Donegal. He has his latest song written by himself and going incredibly well. It's called The Girl from Carrigart. I'm delighted to say hello to the one and only Keelan Pritchard. Keelan, how are you?
How's it going, Jay? How are you?
Not bad at all, not bad. And Keelan, you've been involved in music from a very, very young age.
A very young age, is right, Jay. I started off at the age of 13 with my father, going around helping him set up and kind of rode in with him. And at the age of 15, I took my first gig in the town of Omagh, in one of the local pubs, and it kind of started from there, you know.
Wow, that is absolutely cracking. But I dare say the apprenticeship with your father on the road certainly helped you, a lot along the way.
Yeah, definitely. Again, turn about with Dad and doing bits and pieces, and obviously my brother Gareth as well, and then obviously my uncle Dominic Keelan as well. So my uncle Dominic would have been turned about if he had been about Ireland. We kind of would have went with him as well at stages as well, and went to see his concerts. So
okay.
Kind of learn a lot about the road at a young age as well.
Indeed. And you definitely are steeped in the music with, an uncle for Dominic Kerwin and your dad also playing music around, and you were sort of born and bred on it.
Born and bred is right. If he didn't sing growing up, there was something badly wrong.
Indeed. Now, you started off when you were 15. That was a young age. I mean, to start off, actually doing, going around to the various pubs and all the rest of it and singing.
It is quite young, yeah. Again, a lot of the pubs that I was singing in, I kind of had made a friendship, a bond with them as well. So I was getting well looked after, no matter what age I was. There was no problem. I was being looked after left, right and centre. I remember the very first woman to ever give me a gig was Pat Dunn, God rest her, and Pat, she wanted me in from the start. I think I got £50 or something for 2 hour set, and to me that was everything, just getting up on the stage and being able to perform. I'd done a lot of acting years ago and a lot of musicals. I'd done a lot of professional productions in Derry and stuff. Again, growing up, music was kind of everything. Music and acting was kind of everything to me.
Right. So you certainly went through all the pace of sort of the apprenticeship in doing the acting and the shows and all the rest.
Yeah.
Indeed. Who are the people who sort of had the biggest influence on you in music at the start?
At the start, it's strange. At the start, I was kind of like into the likes of Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran, all that there. It just kind of when I first started with Dad, I was doing them kind of songs, and then I took a turn. Not that I was listening to country music my whole life, but it just felt more comfortable to go and sing country music, and my passion was always for country. I was trying to do something different, and when I found really my voice and who I was, the country scene was what was ahead of me.
Right. And you were performing continually, right up until the dreaded COVID and the lockdown.
Yeah, the 15th of May, the Sunday the 15th, or 15th of March, sorry. Sunday the 15th of March was my last gig. I was booked out that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was to do a charity event on the Monday night, and then St. Patrick's Day was the Tuesday, and I had a double booking on the St. Patrick's Day, which was all cancelled.
Indeed, and but you put your time to good use, Keelan, in that you wrote a song and recorded it, a song called "The Girl from Carrigart."
Yeah, so there's a funny story behind the song. Was obviously I was singing in the Carrigart, and that's how I met Grania, my partner, and through the start of the lockdown and stuff, we were kind of messaging and, on Zoom calls, and when I was doing the live streams on Facebook, I would have went on to chat to them after and had a bit of crack with them, and Declan, he would be the manager of the hotel that I was singing in. He says, You wouldn't write a song. She's the girl that broke your heart. She's the girl from Carrigart.
Right.
So I says to him, I says, more like she's the girl that stole my heart. So it kind of went from there. He says, you wouldn't write a song, and about 2 or 3 days later, I had a song kind of roughly laid out. Although I would say it's only within the last, I would say it was just around Christmas there and January that the song was actually finished.
Right, well done on it. Well done. I have to say, it sounds original. You know, it sounds very different, and you know, definitely it's you know, it's proving popular. Well, you know, well done on that. Well done for getting the inspiration and for you know, for actually getting it together. That's I assume that's the first one you've ever written.
There's been ones that are written and all before, but never went anywhere with them. This one kind of took well on the live stream. People were liking it a lot. It seems to be very catchy. It's like Dad was playing it in here the other day, and my brother came in and just started singing it straight away. And I said, well, that's a good sign. You know, if people hear it and they sing it straight away, it's obviously a good sign.
Yes.
But I've had a lot of people message me and say that it's unique, it's different, it's not what everyone else is releasing these days. So you know, that there was kind of a wee bonus for me as well. So.
It certainly is. It certainly is different. It's original. You know, it's got a different sound to it, and as you say, it's easy to sort of sing along to it.
That's what I wanted. I kind of wanted an Irish kind of theme on it, but I wanted it catchy. I wanted people to be able to pick up the words easy and to be able to sing along with it. You know.
Yes, definitely.
I actually got great advice too throughout the song. So at the start of lockdown, Michael English released the song for the healthcare workers, and I was actually a part of that. And then I got chatting to Michael, and I actually sent the song to Michael to see what he thought of it. And he gave me a bit of advice on it as well. You know, Michael English, he gave me advice on it as well to tell me, you know, as he said to me, an advice is just an opinion. You don't have to take it. But again, he said to me at the start, he says, a wee bit repetitive. So you could change that, you could change it. And I took Michael's advice. You know, a man that is a massive songwriter, and a very successful one at that, and a brilliant singer. So I took his advice, and I changed bits and pieces in it as well, you know. Right,
excellent stuff indeed. But it's a great plus when you've got people like that in your corner.
Yeah, well, that's it. I've been very lucky and blessed to have the likes of good friends, with the likes of the Ben sisters, John McNichol, Dominic, you know, Michael English. I have quite a lot in my corner. The likes of Paul Kelly, I had the closer as well. So, you know, when you have friends like that, and that's what the country artist is. We're all friends, like, and we all communicate as well, like. So,
indeed.
You know, we check up on one another, see how they're doing, stuff like that. So, I thought it's all good that way, you know.
Indeed so. And you've done some Facebook live streams.
Yeah. I started them. We actually done the first one on St. Patrick's Day, and I think we had over 25,000 views or something. We done it as a family, because all my family sing, the whole lot of us. There's 5 boys, and then my mum and dad, and even the dog sings. Right. So we done it on St. Patrick's Day, and I was just kind of been doing it throughout. And then me and Dad kind of teamed up and started doing a few live streams together, and we'd finish off with Tommy Kay, and I would put on the helmet, and he would slap me while he's doing the Tommy Kay dance. You know, just bit of crack like that, have people laughing, and you know, people joining in with us, and it's just great to see what people's getting on at home, and you know, the amount of messages you receive saying thank you for a wonderful night. You really put a smile on my face, and that's what we're there to do, is to put a smile on people's face and let people realise that we're here for a bit of fun as well. Like they announced today over here that the pub's reopening outdoor on Friday, and the pub is only allowed entertainment if it is storytelling or poets. So again, us musicians, we feel discriminated against, because we feel like, you know, they're turning against musicians and not letting musicians in to play their music.
Yes, it's been incredibly tough. It really has been incredibly tough on it's all the performing artists. I mean, it's actors in theatres. It's
definitely
cabaret. It's every single performing art practically has been wiped out the world over.
Yeah, big time, and I personally feel that we're all being discriminated against. You know. obviously it's great to have sporting events and stuff, but yet sporting events are allowed to go ahead with hundreds of people. Well, not hundreds, but you know yourself, there's 22 footballers on a pitch puffing and passing, but a man can't stand in the corner with a guitar and sing.
Yes.
You know, it's one of them things. It's what makes sense and what doesn't make sense.
Yes, I suppose that I think everybody I think is kind of trying to sort of work their way through this whole thing and sort of try and be able to sort of battle through it and try and come out the other side in a safe way.
That's all we can do at the minute, Jay. That's all we can do. We've just got to stay together and keep each other motivated and look out for friends and family and keep an eye on them. Anybody that you know that's lonely and you know don't see too many people, give them a message or give them a phone call. You know. Indeed.
That's how important it all is. Keelan, this has been lovely to chat to you. It really has. Well done on everything you've done, and listen, keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully, soon as it's safe to do so, I will see you with that guitar on, playing in a venue someplace along the winding path.
Perfect, Jay. Thank you very much for talking to me.